from the line.
Good evening, friends. Good evening, audience, and whosoever is watching our webinar series. And I welcome you all on the behalf of Enigma Karnataka chapter. I am Dr. Gurudat, founder of Anandamaya Wellness Center, an active participant in Enigma Karnataka chapter. During this difficult pandemic COVID times, we thought of having this webinar series to bring in a lot of awareness about yoga and naturopathy and its benefits to general public and a common man. We all know that how immunity has become a key word across the globe today. And everybody is trying to do some or the other aspect in their lives to improve their immunity and fight the COVID-19 so that they are not completely taken over by this pandemic or get into clutches of their complications. So in this series, this is our 10th session, and we have been getting a lot of queries and views and questions that what is this yoga and naturopathy course all about the education part, who can do it, and what are the options we have, how is the scope, and how is the progress in terms of career and all those aspects. So we all thought as a team that why don't we invite one of our college principals who is quite experienced and been heading an institute for last more than 5 years and also worked with his mother institution, and I would rather say the mother institution of yoga and naturopathy and BNYS community today. That's where he came out from as a graduate. I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Abhay Shankar Gowda. I have met him mostly more than 2 decades ago when I was just graduating. He was in the first year or second year of his college, and he has grown to great stature today. If I have to brief about him, I'll just like to say a few words about his background. He completed his BNY's graduation in 1999, and he went on to he came out with a distinctive percentage and went on to serve his mother institution, SDM College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, as a faculty, and also work with the hospital, Naturopathy and Yoga Hospital, Shantivana, under Shantivana Trust, as a medical officer. And he was one of the first batches to complete MD in Naturopathy and Yoga. In a specific subject, he took clinical yoga, and then he was also the gold medalist in his MD. He's the first batch MD graduate, Sitaram Jindal gold medal holder. And he continued to be an assistant professor in our mother institution. And then he was in, he went on to become in a principal of Subharti College and Hospital of Naturopathy and Yoga in Meerut. He is also not just that, he has been external examiner for several universities of BNYS College, to be specific in MGR Medical University in Tamil Nadu and Yeshwasa University in Bangalore. And he has also been a PG guide for MD in Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, Karnataka. The list goes on. Not just that, he has attended several conferences. He has been invited as speaker, delegate, and chairperson, and he's presented several papers as well on the research of yoga and naturopathy. And he's actively participated not just in that, in also subcommittees of Ayush Ministry in Government of India about the uniformity of BNY syllabus forming and upgradation of that and all those things. But at the same time, right now, he's serving as the Dean of Faculty of Ayush, also in Swami Vivekananda Subharti University, Meerut. And he has been very, socially also very active for the community, has delivered a lot of lectures and public gatherings about healthy lifestyle, disease prevention, many naturopathy and yoga camps. The list just goes on. I don't need to say further. And he's very well talented, good orator, and he has nearly about 400 students with him in his college. I was just speaking to him, and after he he headed the Subharti College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences. The intake of students has risen from probably 40 or 30 to now it's 100 a year, every year. And he has been instrumental also to start off the MD courses in Subharti College of Naturopathy and Yoga. I welcome you, Dr. Shankar Abhay. Please let us start our discussion. We are going to talk about yoga and naturopathy, its education and scope.
Thank you, Dr. Gurudat.
You're welcome.
Nice to be here on this platform.
Yes. To start with, Dr. Abhay, I have several questions in my mind today. If I am a student, if I have just finished 12th standard and if I'm interested in yoga and naturopathy, which has been prevalent for so many decades now, and a lot of people, including parents, they want to know what it is all about. What is this yoga and naturopathy system of medicine? Could you throw some light on that?
Basically, we have to understand that the various medical systems in India, what are available. As for the medical courses in India, there are about 7 courses, full-fledged medical doctor. One becomes a doctor in the various systems. One is MBBS, another is the dental sciences, and BDS. And in Ayush, under Ayush, we have 5 different courses. Ayush is about Ayurveda, BMS. Y is for yoga and naturopathy, that is BNYS. U is for Unani, where BUMS is there, BHMS and BSMS. These are the 7 basic, full-fledged medical degrees what are available in India. And BNYS is representing the naturopathy and yoga system, yoga and naturopathy as we commonly call in the Ayush ministry and the various Ayush ministry related things. Yoga and naturopathy system of medicine, which is again an very ancient system of medicine. It's been here on the planet since the evolution of human being itself. But again, it has come into a very like modern way of approach and all that in the very recent years, maybe about 30 years, 35 years now. The naturopathy and yoga are both totally drugless systems of medicine. That is, all the non-pharmacological management of diseases what are available in the world come under naturopathy. That is, without the use of any what you call medication, oral medication or external application as medicine. So all natural forms of treatments what are available in the world over, they all come under naturopathy. And yoga as well as yoga therapy, we all know is a very ancient system, which is like the 2 wheels of a cart, yoga and naturopathy, because these are the only drugless system available in the whole world.
And could you put some light on how it evolved in India specifically? Can you share some thoughts on that? I mean, you mentioned that it is there for last few decades, but it has progressed and it's in a present stage. Could you put some light on that, how it completely developed and some history about it?
In the initial phases, the formal education in naturopathy was as ND, Diploma in Naturopathy. That was a 4 years course. And in 1989, the graduation, what you call a full-fledged graduation of 5.5 years, that is called as BNYS, Bachelor of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, was introduced by Mangalore University under the first college was, as we all know, it's my mother institution and your mother institution, SDM College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences, Ujire, which is under SDM. Puja Dr. D. Virendra Hegdeji had taken this initiative in the initial days in 1989, and the college came up very well. And later on, the education spread all over the country. I think the next college was, which was having in Hyderabad, the ND course was converted to BNYS. And then have spread. And today we have around 45 institutions, 43 to 45 institutions all over the country, which are recognized by various universities, both medical as well as those universities which can offer UGC recognized universities. We have roughly 43 to 45 yoga and naturopathy, and spread over about 11 states in the country. And 4 colleges offer even post-graduation courses like MD. MD is again I'll come to the period and all that. Yeah. MD is the post-graduation course officially to be done after BNYS as a medical degree available in India. And also there are institutions which are providing PhD also to the graduates of BNYS as well as after MD. The BNYS degree is again a 5.5-year medical degree, at par with any other medical degree in India. And it is done after the 12th science with physics, chemistry, and biology, with at least 50%. Some of what you call 45% to 50% is the normal range of what you call eligibility for the course, of depending on the various government state government rules and all that. But 50% is considered to be the standard, physics, chemistry, biology. And this 5.5-year degree has a 4.5-year course, regular classes and course and all that, and then 1 year of internship, that is rotatory internship in various departments of the even the modern medicine departments as well as naturopathy and yoga departments. Now,
sorry to interrupt you. I have a brief question about that here. I've heard that, being in the same community, that BNYS is the only course today which is even recognized by AIIMS to get into a direct PhD without doing a post-graduation. Is that so?
Not only AIIMS, even NIMHANS Bangalore has given the what you call special permission through the government of India, special permission that just after a UG course also one can pursue PhD. That is AIIMS as well as NIMHANS have given that opportunity. But of course now the post-graduation courses like MD course also is there, and after that
looks like there is a small lag in terms of the network with Dr. Abhay. He should be back soon. Dr. Abhay, are you there? Yes. Dr. Abhay was talking about BNYS is one course which is relevant and well recognized by even many of the premier institutes in India. That includes All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, and NIMHANS in Bangalore, to pursue PhDs just after undergraduation. I don't believe any other course or any other system of medicine course is allowed to do that PhD. So that's a feather in our hat in the BNYS community. To further go on, and I generally feel that, just a second, let me just check who is coming online. Yeah, as far as I know, the curriculum generally which goes on, yeah, he's there. Yeah. Yes, Dr. Abhay is there. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. He was
Hello.
Yeah, yes, Dr. Bai. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, something happened.
Yeah.
So,
The network sometimes be difficult to take on.
yeah,
That's okay. I was just
yeah,
talking to the audience that, as you mentioned about the Premier Institute's aims and NIMHANS and recognizing our course to take up the PhDs.
yes.
And I was just thinking about the next question uh, about what are the subjects we generally do.
Uh, in the
BNY.
it is a unique, what you call BNYS is a very unique what you call program,
Okay.
where the traditional medicine, the modern medicine are conjoined together, such that the real healthcare aspects of an individual are being taken care of.
Awesome.
Some of the subjects which are studied basically in the first year, that is as good as MBBS, like anatomy, the basic medical sciences, anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and other medical subjects in second year are like pathology, microbiology, community medicine. And in the third year, the modern diagnosis, this is the diagnosis aspect, what they call as medicine in the MBBS schedule, the subject of medicine. So it is named as modern diagnosis in BNYS. And also in the final year, they have obstetrics and gynecology, psychology and basic psychiatry, hospital management and research method,
Oh, fantastic.
as well as the naturopathy subjects ranging from philosophy of nature cure, as basics of the philosophy and the understanding about the system of medicine of naturopathy, and then magnetotherapy and chromotherapy, manipulative therapeutics, acupuncture, fasting therapy, naturopathy diagnosis, nutrition, diet, and herbs, hydrotherapy, one full year of physiotherapy also in the final year, and holistic practice of naturopathy and yoga, how all these therapies can be combined together and then they can be practiced, as well as the yogic subjects. All the 4.5 years, the students have the yoga subjects full time, both theory as well as practical. That is, in first year, like yoga practices, the basics of yoga, and then yoga philosophy, more about the philosophical aspects of the yoga science as well as philosophy, and then the yoga applications, how it can be applied into the society, whether it is normal human being, whether it is a school child, or whether it is an elderly, or all that, how it can be applied into real life actually. And then in the final year, they study about yoga therapy, how it can be applied as therapy, how a clinical aspect of the use of yoga into diseases. So
Right.
that is studied, and other there are additional subjects. Some of the universities have English as a communication subject, as well as ability. I mean, they are called as ability enhancement courses.
Right.
Some universities have Sanskrit also. Some have environmental studies as norms of the UGC and all that. There, some have skill enhancement courses like spa therapy,
Oh,
because the spa management, how one can manage the spa, and even some additional courses like human values and professional ethics. These are all parts of the individual universities. They have added some additional subjects so that the quality of the student who comes out
right,
is better.
right.
These are the various subjects. Basic pharmacology is also taught. Of course, the BNYS graduate doesn't give medication, but he has to understand what the patient is taking medication, how it can be helped to reduce the medication and all that. So
Fantastic.
these are the basics of even forensic medicine. Part of the subjects are forensic medicine also. So all the modern subjects which are essential to become a perfect doctor or a good doctor,
Yeah.
plus the various therapies which can be advocated through drugless methods, systems, like what I was talking now, which I listed just now. So all these therapies also are taught. So what the BNYS graduate in the end does is, in the fifth year, that is internship, he tries all these systems practically on those patients, and then understands them, or he learns from the doctors who are already practicing it. And then finally he comes out to the field after 5.5 years with the degree. and he becomes a full-fledged doctor. The advantage with this what you call curriculum is, as I said, it is a very unique curriculum. Most of these systems are ancient systems of medicine, and now there is a lot of research, there's a lot of evidence behind these systems. Like, for example, very simple massage therapy, or it is yoga therapy. There's a lot of evidence. So these evidence-based methods of approach to treat the patient druglessly without any interference of drugs or anything like that is being totally taught to them for 5.5 years. They are made full-fledged medical doctors.
So you mean to say that it's a very rigorous and in-depth study of human being, and including the ancient sciences of acupuncture, yoga, massage therapy, philosophy of nature cure, the list goes on. And I believe that acupuncture is one of the, this is the only course in India to have acupuncture in the curriculum. Is that right?
Absolutely, because the basic medical science subjects are already taught. So 1 year of full study of acupuncture is there. It's really a wonderful what you call curriculum. What acupuncture is taught, both the traditional aspect and the modern aspects, evidence-based aspects are also taught. Along with acupuncture, there are energy medicine subjects like acupressure, also reflexology, various other energy medicine. Like there are other subjects like energy medicine, like magnetotherapy, Reiki healing, what you call chromotherapy. Wonderful what you call therapies which do not use any medication, any drugs, no side effects. It is a wonderful curriculum. I like, basically, I'm not saying this because I'm into the profession, but I have seen in the last 20-25 years now that the patients have tremendous improvement. They have absolutely no side effects, and it can integrate with anything, any system of medicine. Like if the person is already taking Ayurveda medication, no problem. He can add on naturopathy and yoga along with that. This would give, benefit him the double the way, or allopathy medication, no problem. We can, what you call, an integrative approach or a holistic approach is very, very well understood in this field of.
So you mean to say, that yoga and naturopathy integrates with any system of medicine?
Absolutely, there is no drug in fact.
And also it can be independently also practiced, not just with integration. Independently and also integration is one of the unique systems, I would say, isn't it?
The only unique system, I would say, the only unique system which can be integrated with anything and everything, but individually also. Like basically what naturopathy and yoga preaches is holistic medicine. What you call holistic medicine, integrative medicine. If I have to list out lifestyle modification and lifestyle medicine is also another thing which is very, very important, worldwide acknowledged, and probably now the most modern thing which what you call is implied on the patient. See, if in the United States of America, if there is a new hypertensive diagnosed, he is not given medication. He is told, these are the yoga centers, you have to go here for 1 month, you have to practice this yoga. This is the diet chart we are giving you, which you'll have to follow for 1 month. And these are the various practices which you'll have to do. And later then you are reviewed after 1 month. And then if the blood pressure has come down, then he's told, you please continue this and come back to us after 3 months or something like that. And then if at all it doesn't come down, then the medications or drugs are used as a first line of treatment. The treatments which are taught in BNYS, naturopathy, yoga, these things are advocated there first.
Oh, fantastic. That's very nice to hear about. How the Western medicine is acknowledging, Western world is acknowledging yoga and naturopathy and bringing it as a lifestyle medicine. I have one clarification here. You spoke about yoga being.
I'd just like to add one thing, Dr. Guru.
Yeah. Hello, are you there? Looks like, yeah, he's there. Yes, Dr. Abhay.
Hello.
Yeah,
hello?
I can hear you.
I'm not able to hear you, Dr.
Not able to hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me now? Oh, 1 second.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me now? Dr. Abai, can you hear me? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. There's some network issue today.
I am
Maybe
so
many people are online right now.
True. That's okay. Probably everyone was working from home and the bandwidth requirement has gone up in the last few months. So this is bound to happen probably.
Absolutely. And this is a peak hour where they are finishing their job, uploading things and all that.
True.
And probably this is
Exactly.
the peak hour of their office.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you hear me, Abai? Dr. Abai?
I'm not able to hear you again, Dr. Good. Yeah, just now it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just asking one clarification. You mentioned yoga is part of BNYS, Bachelor's in Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences. How is it integrated? Recently, we had this My Life, My Yoga program from Ayush Ministry, and we were very happy to have our BNYS graduate to win the first prize both in national and international level. So could you put some light how yoga is completely integrated into BNYS curriculum?
If you see any other system of medicine, in the maybe the Ayush systems of medication or the allopathy or the dental sciences, all of them use these drugs. Yoga and naturopathy, yoga therapy and naturopathy are the only thing which do not use any drugless system. That is the first similarity in both these systems. The second thing is when yoga therapy is joined with the naturopathy system, it gives a complete holistic and the all-round personality of an individual is covered here. It is a total holistic science if naturopathy and yoga therapy are combined. The naturopathy aspect takes care of all the physical needs of the individual. Yoga takes care of all the mental and emotional aspects, and as well as spiritual aspects of the individual. And what is health according to WHO at this stage in 2000 as defined by WHO? Health is not merely an absence of disease, but is a state of well-being, physical, mental, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual aspects. This is what the WHO defines, and this is what naturopathy speaks about. That body is not like a different parts. It is a whole system. All the systems are in what you call synchronization. It's called as homeostasis. The body has to maintain a balance, and that is what is taught in naturopathy as well as in yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. So these are the only similar things which can join together, and they are perfect. They are perfect if they are joined together.
Perfectly blended.
So that is why yoga therapy and naturopathy goes so well, taking care of all the aspects of human existence. That is whether it is physical, mental, emotional,
and also
aspect. All these aspects are taken care of when they are together.
True. And I also believe all the students, once they get into BNYS, they have to start the yoga practice from day one, isn't it? Right from morning.
Yes, absolutely. First, they become healthy. The most important part of this whole degree course is that they know what is healthy. Before they finish their course, I think their families are going to be healthy. They are going to be very healthy, fit, fine. They practice everyday yoga. They practice these dietary norms. What we say that this is natural, this is naturally unedible. So you have to follow natural diet. They become aware first. They make their family, their surrounding people aware, and their health as well as the society's health. Like it is like health for all. The vision of WHO can be definitely.
So I can say that BNYS doctors are like role models for the whole society. They are healthy first, and then they advocate health.
Absolutely. Otherwise, nobody is going to listen to them. First of all, who is going to listen to a person who is not following these things?
Very true.
Yeah.
By the way, once someone finishes BNYS graduation, what is their scope in terms of career? What is the different avenues they have today to enhance and earn in progress in their career and livelihood and so many issues of today's practice?
Yeah. See, as mentioned, they are full-fledged doctors because they are doing a 5.5 year degree. They know the basics of the anatomy, how the body is structured, what is the physiology, what is the biochemistry, and every aspect of the disease, as well as they know how naturally we can take care of these ailments or problems or the most complicated diseases, whether it is rehabilitation, whether it is prevention, whether it is palliative care, all the aspects of healthcare, what is required, they are trained to. First thing.
Okay.
Now, when they are trained to do this, they have wonderful scope or wonderful opportunities for their jobs. First of all, general practice, as any medical practitioner has his own clinic, and where he can consult a patient and then advise the patient what to do, what not to do. He can give various plethora of therapies which can naturally heal the individual, and that is how he can have a clinical practice with a small setup, where it is not necessary like people believe that naturopathy and yoga means a very big large setup where we have a lot of what you call garden and all that. No, that is not required. Just as a simple clinic what doctors have, one can practice naturopathy and yoga. Then the minimum infrastructure hospitals are also there. Like for example, if one can afford 3 or 4 rooms, then he can make treatment sections, he can make yoga halls. That way he can extend his clinic or the facility what he's providing, like a small nursing home, usually in the towns and all that, or in the rural area also there are small nursing homes shape his future. There are also government opportunities after BNYS in many of the states under NRHM scheme, under government schemes, under central ministry schemes. There are a lot of government jobs. Private hospitals, again, I'm sorry. Private hospitals are also now becoming aware of this holistic way of treatment, and they are appointing them as consultants. They are opening up their own holistic wing. It's called as very commonly integrative and holistic medicine wing, where they treat their patients and they send. For example, if a patient is having simple back pain, they know that they do not have a permanent solution for the back pain. So then what they do, they suggest their own medication and whatever, and then they refer to us. Like treatments like acupuncture works wonder for back pain. Treatments like massage therapy works wonder, hydrotherapy, or it may be simple treatments which are naturally given from our side. Maybe diseases like diabetes mellitus. As we all know, diabetes mellitus has no what you call permanent medication or management anywhere. So such diseases, lifestyle modification along with exercise therapy, yoga therapy, and these natural modalities will become like a complete holistic way of managing the disease, and that's why they do this. They have holistic wings in their hospitals. Also, as I was saying, the consultants in various naturopathy and yoga hospitals, definitely, which are already established, built in, and all that. And more importantly, academia and research. A lot of BNMAS graduates going into teaching as well as research. There are a lot of opportunities because even like there are a lot of studies going on in AIIMS with BNMAS graduates. There are a lot of various AIIMS, the new AIIMS also. I know of people practicing, doing research in AIIMS New Delhi. I know people doing research in S. Vyasa University. I know of people doing in NIMHANS. So many of these allopathy hospitals also taking them as research, and independent research organizations for naturopathy and naturopathy hospitals are also existing. Both government and non-governmental organizations. Then also one of the important thing is specialty clinics. Now some people have specialized in certain what you call fields under these naturopathy systems also. Like someone wants to practice only for obesity, only for stress, only for allergy, only for lifestyle medication, only for de-addiction, back pain, diet counseling, or as a rehabilitation, which may be medical, psychiatry, or post-surgical rehabilitation, etc. They have specialties developed. They have special skills they have developed. They have done some extra training also from somewhere, from some hospital, some institutions, and then they are into like special also can be managed. They're called as specialty clinics. Stress management and lifestyle management consulting in corporate hospitals, one of the
Fantastic.
most needed right now, because we can do that as BNYS graduates are the what you call persons who can handle holistic wellness centers also, and spas and wellness managers. You'll be surprised to know that the five-star spas or three-star spas, they need some consultants, health consultants, because the treatments what they are given in spas are basically natural and healthy treatments to improve the health system of the individual, and they prefer BNYS graduates than anybody else, any other system of medicine, because these are the systems which are practiced in a spa or in five-star hotels. The health consultants who are, I mean, taking care of the spa there are again BNYS graduates. Most preferred are BNYS graduates. And then also some of the IT companies, you'll be again surprised to know, because the stress level is so much in the IT field also, what they do, they have permanent BNYS doctors who will manage the stress management and lifestyle problems of their corporate sector and all that, because theirs is a very sedentary job and all that. So there are exclusive doctors working for that, maybe part-time, maybe full-time. There are exclusive doctors. Also, there are opportunities for higher education also, other than BNYS, after the BNYS.
Okay.
The
True.
The
That was
sorry.
yeah.
The okay. I would also brief about the post graduation. Yeah. Shall I continue with the information on post graduation degrees, Dr.
Please go
Gurudar,
ahead.
after
Please,
BNYS?
yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. See, after BNYS, again, there are a lot of post graduation options also, like the naturopathy and yoga
looks like yeah, he's coming back. Yeah, are you there? Yeah,
our internet is okay. I don't know. Sorry.
that's all right. That's all
The
right.
same problem again. Internet back, I think. Okay. What I was telling is, other than these job opportunities, I mean, and also the job opportunities are not that they are only in India or something like that. Even abroad,
Okay.
the health cruise, there are large cruises, something like Titanic or something. They have these health cruise facilities where a spa is inside, where people are going for a period of 6 months or something on a big cruise or something. So the healthcare of these individuals, most preferred doctors are BNYS doctors, because they have those tools which the clients there, the people there attending these health cruises require. Like, it may be massage therapy, it may be diet prescription, it may be acupuncture, and a lot of other such drugless therapies are actually warranted by these what you call clients of these cruise and the spas and all that. They are wonderfully working there. Along with that, there are also post-graduation options. Like after BNYS, there are in India now 4 MD programs, that is 3-year MD programs. That is MD in naturopathy clinical, yoga clinical, MD in acupuncture and energy medicine, MD in nutrition and dietetics also. Now, along with this, there are a lot of graduates who are doing their MBA, hospital administration, or healthcare and management. There are people who are pursuing public health, masters in public health, people doing MSc in health sciences like anatomy. Some of the universities have already permitted them to continue with anatomy, MSc in anatomy, physiology, and other health sciences courses also. MSc in nutrition, many people do take after this. PhD, as I already mentioned, AIMS, NIMHANS had already, just after BNYS, they had already started taking PhD, I mean, for registering for PhD. Now, after MD, it is. And also, I think the option is still open for BNYS graduates. and also
And I
MSc.
also believe MSc psychology is also one of the things many
Yes, yes.
students are
MSc
looking.
psychology is also one of the
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
Yes.
But now, once all this, with such a big plethora of scope we have, once a graduate comes out of it, how about the registration and regulation in terms of state and central government? Could you throw some light on that?
There are about 16 states in India who
Mhm.
give registration to BNYS degrees. If I
Okay.
have to name them, then it is Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Madhya Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Chhattisgarh, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Assam, Goa,
Okay.
Telangana, Kerala,
Oh.
Manipur, Puducherry, Andaman and Nicobar. These
Mhm.
are a few of the states which I was mentioning. And a few of the states, the process of this registration is still going on.
Mhm.
And also the Ministry of Ayush, Government of India had for a certain period of time authorized the central registration to Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, uh, which can be only done after the state registration. Those states where state registration is not there, the process of registering is going on. The government is taking their action for
Right.
the registration, clinical
I believe
registration or
recently,
license for practice.
yeah, recently Ayush Minister has also assured us about the separate commission for yoga and naturopathy very recently.
Absolutely. This week itself, Enigma, the Central Enigma of India, that is the Indian Naturopathy and Yoga Graduates Medical Association of India, which is called the Central Enigma,
Yeah.
had a wonderful meeting where about more than 1,000 members attended the meeting, and the minister, Honorable Minister Shripad Yesso Naik ji, has assured that NCYN, that is National Commission for Yoga and Naturopathy, is going to be very soon implemented through the, of course, the government regulations or whatever is required. He has assured that. He has tweeted that also. If we
Yeah.
see on his Twitter, he
Because,
has tweeted also and confirmed it. And it's a wonderful achievement for the field of naturopathy and yoga. We were a little worried about why it was not included in the NCISM bill in 2019 or
yeah.
something like that. But then now we are very much happy. We are very much assured that things are going on the right track.
Right, right. That's a lot of information, Dr. Bai. We, as a parent or as a student who is looking for naturopathy and yoga course, they can get all the information. I
Yep.
believe they've got all the information right now about that, the scope, the curriculum, and all that kind of stuff. But a important question comes over here is approximately for a parent and the student, how much it may
I,
cost.
I, I'm not able to hear you again.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah. A very, very important, I was talking about a very important question most of the parents and students may have is
Hmm.
how to get into a BNYS course. Is there an entrance exam? And also how
Okay.
much it may cost
Okay.
approximately. It varies from college to college and university to university, I understand. In
Yeah.
your knowledge, what would be the costing and how do they enter after 12th? Uh, is
Um,
there an entrance exam or some kind of system to get into?
Absolutely. Any UGC recognized university has to conduct a entrance exam. It is on a national wide. It is covered on a nationwide. Like we have Subharti National eligibility test. Every year we conduct this test. Uh, for your information, again, last year and this year, the ministry is very clear that NEET is not required for BNYS entry. PCB, physics, chemistry, biology, 50% is the eligibility. And one can enter the, I mean, in some of the states, the universities have allowed direct admissions also without any entrance exam. And the UGC recognized universities have an entrance exam for all the courses, not only for BNYS.
Looks like there is again some network issues with Dr. Abai's internet connection. Can you, yeah.
Yeah, sorry again. I think my internet is not
Yeah,
what do you call it? The first
that's
time
okay. Our
facing some
audience
problem
will
like that.
understand
Okay.
that.
Yeah. What I was saying is admission PCB, physics, chemistry, biology, 50% is very important
Right.
here. If in the mobile it is working, then I can talk with mobile only. Dr. Guru, that just give me 1 second.
Sure, 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 sure.
I'll join with the mobile
Yeah,
itself.
no problem.
I think there's some issue with the.
Not issue, not issue. Sorry for the interruption, audience. We need to have a clear network so that we get the information in the right way, and there should not be any kind of disturbance. So Dr. Abhay is coming back, and he's there. Yes, Dr. Abhay.
Yeah, I think even the mobile phone is not taking up today. Maybe some.
Okay.
All right. BNYS like physics, chemistry, biology, 50% I was talking about, and then
Yes,
some of the
yes.
universities have an entrance exam. Some of the universities do not have any entrance exam. NEET is not required as per Ministry of Ayush order for the last year. Also, it was not there. This year also, it is not being considered. And one like if you had asked me about the costing of this course, like for example, roughly you can say about 1 lakh per year is the fees. And in our university, Swami Vivekananda Subharati University, is about the course itself is about 4 lakh for the whole 5.5 years. That is spread over the 5.5 years. And of course, hostel fees and other things are common everywhere if the student is from outside. Otherwise, the course fees for the whole country, if we see also, from 4 lakh to about 6 to 7 lakhs is the range between, depending on the various facilities in the various institutions, depending on the area in which the institution is located, and etc. About 4 lakh to 6 to 7 lakhs is what the whole course costs. It is very, very cheap, damn cheap, compared to MBBS degree or something. And where even without that much of expenditure also, one has a lot of scope for practice in the future.
Yes. By the way, now that you mentioned about all these details,
Dr. Gurudat, again, I think.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Now that you have mentioned about all these things, is there any scope for anybody once they complete BNY's graduation to go out of country and also maybe take up few courses or even practice? Any information on that from your side? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just asking about now that you have mentioned about so many information about within the country, how about anybody who wants to go out of country to either practice or to do any kind of post graduation? How about the scope in that line?
Many of the countries do not yet recognize BNYS, but I mean, there are graduates who are practicing in the Gulf countries also, the Western countries also, Australia, in the what you call European countries also, in the United States also. Some of the graduates have already tried and they have been successful in going there. There is, of course, some what you call testing done just before, like any other course. They have they check the quality and all that thing, and then after that, if they qualify for that, then they are able to I mean,
So you mean
continue
to say,
their jobs there.
so you mean to say when they go to any other country, probably they need to approach the relevant authorities and take a licentiate examination, and if they pass through, they're eligible to practice if the country allows.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes. It's like any other medical course of the country.
Right. It was fantastic. That is very well. We can understand how good that is. And to come to one of the last questions of today, how is the support of the state governments and the central government in the development of yoga and naturopathy? Are there any institutes government has set up? Are there any government colleges? And I get to hear that yoga and naturopathy graduates are playing a very big role today, even in COVID times, in many COVID care centers across the country. Could you throw some light on that?
Absolutely. In the state of Tamil Nadu, COVID care is being wonderfully managed. About 1,500 BNMIS doctors are into COVID care, mainstream COVID care. The government orders have been taken out, and they are involved with the COVID patients, and the recovery rate has been wonderful there. Just in the a few days back, when the minister was talking to, a report was also submitted there by the Tamil Nadu in charge, Dr. Manavalan. Wonderful results and great benefits the patients are having, and a lot of improvement, and frontline COVID care also. People are, as well as prevention, but frontline COVID care also, BNMIS doctors are involved in. As you were talking, asking me about the government institutions. Again, the government of India has the National Institute of Naturopathy in Pune, situated in Pune, and which is the National Institute, like we have National Institute of Ayurveda or something like that. So National Institute of Naturopathy is located in Pune, recognized by the, it is an independent body under the Ministry of Ayush. And we have Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy in New Delhi, CCRYN, which takes care of the research aspect of the naturopathy and yoga, as well as we have government medical colleges in Karnataka, in Andhra Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu, as well as I think the government recognized medical universities in, like, for example, Madhya Pradesh. The college is a private college, but the government recognized the medical university of Madhya Pradesh recognizes the BNMIS degree college in the state of Madhya Pradesh. Bhopal College.
Fantastic. So, in a gist, we can say that BNYS is into yoga and naturopathy. That's the only course which has so much of in-depth study about yoga and so many natural therapies in combination with the modern medicine and understanding of the human body in terms of conventional modern medicine. And that gives a tremendous opportunity and scope to all the students and many parents who want their sons or daughters to become doctors, which is just equivalent to any other system of medicine, with scope in terms of maybe research, private practice, get into corporate hospitals, and so many and so forth. So there are innumerable opportunities, and I'm sure today's graduates who are coming out of BNYS, they'll also find their new opportunities for themselves to get into. Many of our graduates have gone into spa industry, they've got into psychology, they've got into hospital administration, and probably as the science is expanding and more people are getting aware about it, much more avenues will crop up, and probably they pursue those courses and become experts in their own line. I would also like to tell there are a lot of BNYS practitioners who practice exclusively with acupuncture. That's also a big number of practitioners who are there in the country who practice acupuncture, exclusively yoga. So it goes on and on that way. So Dr. Abhay, that was a lot of information, fantastic information, and many of our audience who are probably students or parents would be very happy to get all this information, and they should be able to get in this information age all the relevant information through their websites of the relevant colleges. They can just Google search and they can get all the list of colleges in the country. where they can approach. And this is the time for admission as well, I think. Isn't it,
Yeah,
Dr.
it is the time for admission now for almost all the, after +2, these courses. And just by typing BNYS admission in Google, they would get a lot of information about the colleges. Just open Google and type BNYS admission, and they would get enough information about what you call BNYS colleges also, as well as the BNYS degree. And I welcome all the audience, whoever are there. If they have any queries, they can contact me anytime. They can visit us here. I am in Meerut here, in Swami Vivekananda Subharti University, where our college is Maharshi Aurobindo Subharti College and Hospital of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences. I welcome them all to visit us. We'll be very happy to show them, parents as well as students or whoever is interested about this course. And also, I thank Enigma Karnataka has given me this opportunity to interact with you. Thank you, Dr. Gurudat. You have been a wonderful host today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. And I would also like to thank Dr. Abhay. In the midst of his admission time, he could take out the time to spend with us and give all the relevant information. And audience, we continue this way. We are coming up with several other topics as we go on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on our Facebook Live, Enigma page, Facebook Live. We'll come over and bring many other specialists and in different subjects of health and well-being. Please tune into us, like and comment about our page, and spread the information to all the relatives and friends of yours, and let the health spread across the community. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Dr.
Namaste. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gurudat. Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.